No, it's good to be here. I like coming over to the West Side sometimes. Other times, not so much. This is a very diverse crowd. Not really used to that. Any other time I do shows here, kind of feels like an auction. You guys good? You guys have enough energy for the rest of this set? We're good? That's nice. See some couples in the crowd. You guys look beautiful, very beautiful crowd. Like seeing couples. Like coming off the shows and seeing couples, man, because statistically, 4 out of 5 of you are hanging on by a thread. And that's always very interesting to me. You guys are doing the best that you can. Excuse my energy. I just went through a breakup. Thank you. The rest of you don't care. I like that. I thought I was sad. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought I was sad, and then I went into the woods to find myself. Started picking up rocks, small rocks, big rocks, smooth rocks. And then I left the woods, found out I wasn't sad. However, I'm slightly autistic, I was in this entanglement for 2 years, which is a long time to get used to somebody chewing, if I'm being honest. A very long time. You gotta be, as a guy, you gotta realize, love just sneaks up on you. It don't, announce itself. You know that. As a man, you never know when you're in love until it's too late. You're in the shower, and you pull that 10-inch of hair out of your butt crack that doesn't belong to you. And you put it on the shower wall, and you're like, I'm gonna keep this one. That is, that's when you realize it. She was gone though, man. She was gone like that. She left while I was at work. She took everything. She took the dog, left the hooks on the wall. You know what she also took? The pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream we were splitting the night before. I couldn't even breathe the way that I wanted. They say a good woman will add 10 years to your life. You guys ever hear that? A good woman will add 10 years to your life. I don't like how you're looking at me. Say they will add 10 years to your life. Never say what happens when she leaves, though. I'm in the gym trying to replace my trauma with abs. His brother comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, Rob, you looking slim. You look like you lost weight. You looking good. What's your secret?" I was like, "Oh brother, this is water weight. I've been actively crying on the Stairmaster. So now I'm just focused on being healthy. That's it. I'm just trying to focus on the things that I wasn't good at. Communication, that's what I'm trying to work on. I want to be a better communicator. I want to be a very good communicator. Instead of saying things like, yeah, this could be fun, let's give it a try. Now I can say, I really do hate your friends. To be healthy, I got a therapist. Give it up for me. That's a beautiful thing, doing therapy. I gotta say, I love my therapist. My therapist is black. I don't know if y'all notice. I'm black. When you black with a black therapist, that's like having a grandma without the disappointment. My therapist is so black that her waiting room music is just slave hymns. Instead of wade in the water, it's wade in the foyer. Time out. Why you look at her when I say that? Why I said slave hymns and you look at her like, can I laugh at that? Anyway. Told my very black therapist that my last girlfriend was a white. Instead of hit me with the black, she went, She says, Rob, what did we learn? And I said, working with the negatives don't always make for better pictures. She goes, oh, how so? And I was like, well, when you date white women, taking photos are tough. You gotta take 2 of everything, one with the flash on, one with it off. And then you gotta go into Photoshop and merge them together. Because you're just one negative Facebook comment away from her grandma being like, whose floating t-shirt is that in the background? If I had to break down the contributing factor to the breakup, it's that I'm a creative. I got a creative brain. I'm always lost in my thoughts, always thinking forward, never really in the moment. And I think as a man, when you're in a relationship, you have to realize it's the small moments that build up over time. You understand? And I think when you are realizing about those small moments, you start to miss the small moments, especially when you're stuck in your thoughts. And one of the moments I miss is that she took me to a wake, and I didn't realize it was a wake until somebody stopped me from making a to-go plate. It was something about the ripping of the tinfoil and that sound that masked the grandmother's tears. Anyway, making this plate, and this guy comes up to me and he says, hey, Rob, generally we like to leave the food for the family in the morning. I was like, listen, brother, how many deviled eggs does one family need? with one less mouth to feed. He said, touche, but please put the Tupperware down. So yeah, man, now I'm out here in these streets. I'm trying so hard, trying to learn and love or whatever the fuck. You guys are making me very uncomfortable. I don't know if anybody has talked about your blank stare, but you guys have get in my van energy. Can I? Y'all got a lot of that. Yeah, you with your tight ass shirt on, just staring, just like, eh. This is what you look like every day? Pretty sure. Dating's hard, isn't it? It's difficult. It's hard. Go on these dates, you hear these like useless facts as a man you can't do anything with. I was on this date with this one girl, and she was like, hey, Rob, did you know that the fetus is only 44 millimeters long after 6 weeks of pregnancy? I said, ma'am, I'm from America. I don't know what the fuck 44 millimeters is. She's like, oh, boo-boo, I got you. 44 millimeters is the same size of a penis of all these white men making this horrible decision. I said, sis, speak on it. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. I'm not smart enough to speak on abortion. Ladies, your body, your choice, okay? That's all I wanted to say. As long as you don't keep that shit, I support you. Now listen, it is hard. It's hard for women. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm up here talking this shit, but it is definitely hard for women to date too. You remember your grandfather, the Swiss Army knife of the family? He got back from the war. He could cook, clean, fix whatever you needed. Now look at the men you're left dating. They've got gluten allergies now. You know what it's like to date a man with gluten allergies? You're sitting at the comfort of your home. He hears a knock at the door. He takes a deep swallow, and he's like, we should check that out together. And now you're stuck in this Scooby-Doo ass relationship, hoping whatever man at the door has the balls to choke you. It's a tough life to be a woman, man. I was in this relationship for 2 years, man, and she was telling a story, and she took a breath. I was just as shocked as you were, because I thought the story was over. So I got up to go take a shit because I thought I deserved a little me time. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the type of shit where you like sit on the toilet, your feet fall asleep, you scroll through TikTok. That type of shit. And as I got up, she goes, I can't believe you're gonna get up in the middle of my story. And for a slight second, for 1 second, I thought, maybe we were a little too hard on OJ Simpson. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the murder didn't start with anger? What if it started with him being like, so babe, how was your day? And 2 hours later, she didn't shut up, and he was like, for all mankind, I have to. All right. I'll give you guys an opportunity. Some of you soft-ass men in here. I want a guy who's with his girl right now to tell me a time that his lady, his woman, his wife, told him an amazing story. I'll wait. Thank you. I feel the vagina's drying up, so I'll move on. I'm a really big football fan. I love football. You guys like football? You guys like anything? I grew up playing football. I played football all my life. Little league, high school, semi-pro. Now I'm in this AA meeting telling jokes. Now I just settled on being a fan. I like to play fantasy football. Fantasy football is my shit. Last year I had a really good team. I had Tua, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill. I had the Ravens defense. I'm from Baltimore, like you said. Shout out to them. We got Lamar Jackson, Action Jackson. That's my guy. That's my dog. He replaced Joe Flacco, white dude, average. Y'all get it. Flacco did take us to the Super Bowl. It was Ravens against the 49ers. It was Harbaugh against Harbaugh, brother against brother. Father had to choose who he loved at the end. It was really emotional. Real quick, before I move on, to any woman in here that's remotely still paying attention, that's what it's like when you tell a story. So I just wanted to get that out so we can all be on the same page. That, ladies and gentlemen, in the business is called a good fucking joke, okay? So yeah, I'm single. I'm working on myself. I'm focusing on myself. That's been my directive. Now I just focus on being a good comic. That's all I want to do. I just want to be a very good comedian. I want to be able to be here and say, like, I don't know, like a white dude, a black chick, and an Asian dude walk into a movie theater and punchline. And I haven't mastered that yet, so I'm going to tell you guys this last horrible dating story that I was on. Do you guys mind? Do you guys want to hear this? Do you care? Okay, cool. You guys are still alive. Went on this date, walked into the movie theater, And there was this couple that was sitting in the front row as close as you guys were. And they were arrogant. They were going at it. Guy stands up in the movie theater for the 32 strangers and says out loud, "You don't love me and or appreciate me enough." He was white, for context. You know, as a man, I felt bad, because as men, we're not really taught how to share our emotions in a very healthy manner. But at the same time, I paid $56.92 for 2 tickets, popcorns, and a drink for this girl that's definitely not gonna give it up because she's talking about her stomach hurts already. So I tapped this guy on the shoulder and I asked him to keep it down. Guy turns around, looks at me, looks at my date, looks back at me. He says, "Fuck you and that ungrateful bitch." And the girl I'm with is like, "Oh my God, you just gonna let him talk to me like that? You're not gonna say anything? You just gonna let him talk to me like that?" She was black, for context. She's like, "You're not gonna say anything?" I was like, "Yo." My man kind of has a point though. You know what I'm saying? He kind of has a point. She goes, "You know what? Fuck you, you a bitch ass nigga." She starts fighting with this couple. Now they're arguing. I can't really say anything because I'm choking on this very expensive popcorn. Lights are starting to dim, credits are starting to roll. They're still going at it. This really buff Asian dude comes running down the steps. He works his way in the row. He looks at all of us. He says, "Listen, my boyfriend and I have been sitting up top for the past 15 minutes listening to you 3 bicker. Now, anytime that a black dude in a movie theater asks you to keep your voice down, you should quit being a bitch-ass nigga and do it." Now, respectfully, there's white people in here that are refusing to laugh because you heard the Asian dude use the N-word. And you're like, "Rob, did you fight him?" "Nah, because his boyfriend was black and I think them's the rules." So yeah, a white dude, a black chick, and an Asian dude walk into a movie theater. I'm Rob Smallwood. Thank you.